15 tips to help you recognize quality items. Shopping is a great thing to do. It makes you feel rewarded after a difficult working week. Of course, when we buy a piece of clothing, we want to get a quality item. Unfortunately, it often happens that new clothes shrink or get torn even after the first wash. Brightside will tell you about 15 tips that will help you detect a poor quality item right on the spot. Learn not to waste your money. 15. Check the quality of cotton by squeezing it. When buying clothes made of cotton, do this simple but very illustrative test. Grab some fabric and squeeze it as tightly as you can in your fist for a few seconds. Then, check if the fabric looks like a crumpled piece of paper. If it does, don't buy it. It means that it has been treated with a special agent to keep its shape. So after you wash this piece of clothing for the first time, it will look like a rug. You don't want to wear a rug, do you? 14. Hold the fabric up to bright light. As you may know, the thicker the material is, the higher the quality. To check the thickness, hold the fabric up to a bright light. If you don't see much through it, you're safe to buy it. Of course, this test doesn't work with jeans, for example. It's only good for some light fabrics, like silk. 13. Pull the seams to see the gaps. Quality items have very dense stitches and thick seams. A pull test can help you understand if you're holding a piece of junk in your hands or if you have to pay for it right now feeling happy that you found it. So, try pulling stitched pieces apart. Don't pull too hard. You don't want to destroy the clothes, right? If the seam shows gaps, don't buy the item. It's not going to live long. 12. Avoid open zippers. Make sure you buy clothes and accessories with metal zippers covered with a strap. They are the most reliable and long-lasting. Open plastic zippers often break very fast, and they're a sign of poor quality in almost any item. 11. Check the hem. Pants and skirts should have a hem of up to 2 inches. Blouses and shirts can do with a smaller one of about 1 inch. If there is no hem at all, or it's simply stitched, we do not recommend buying this item. The thing is, as soon as you start using the fabric, it will stretch, so the hem will start losing its shape all the way along the hemline. Good hems look like a small piece of fabric with sewn around the hem. 10. Give the fabric a tug. A quality item will always keep its shape. Take a stretchy part of a dress or a shirt, tug on it, and then let it go. If the fabric retains its shape, you can buy it. If not, look for something better. 9. Make sure the zipper matches in length. Zippers on dresses, skirts, or any other kinds of clothing should be equal in length, even, and match in color. 8. Well cut. Of course, some brands that are not very expensive try to save money by all means. Sometimes they even try to use as little fabric as possible. You may notice that the sleeves are too short or the item itself is too tight. If you notice symptoms like this, don't jump to the conclusion that you shouldn't have skipped your gym. It's possible that the manufacturer just saved money and didn't use enough fabric. You can easily solve this problem by always trying on all clothes you want to buy. Yes, you will spend a little more time, but still significantly less than you will if you have to go back to the store to get a refund. 7. Pay attention to the label. Natural fabrics such as cotton, silk, and wool are strong and more durable than synthetics. However, 100% cotton can quickly shrink after washing. That's why it's a good idea to choose clothes with an addition of artificial fabrics such as polyester, nylon, viscose, and others. But make sure that 80% of the item is made of natural fiber. You will be able to wear this clothing over and over again for a long time. And be careful with viscose. If there is too much of it, the item will quickly stretch and fall apart. 6. Make sure the seams and threads match. Examine the fabric pattern and thread colors. If the pattern doesn't match and stitches are made with threads of different colors, it is a clear sign that this item was made in a hurry. Quantity was probably a priority here, not quality. 5. Check buttons and buttonholes. When manufacturers make a fake or a low-quality item, they often don't pay attention to the little details. This is why you should always carefully examine buttons and buttonholes before buying an item. Make sure that buttons are secured and no threads stick out. The holes should be neatly overlocked and evenly cut through. If the buttonholes are reinforced with a special thread, they'll last much longer, and they won't be ripped or in any way distorted. The bottom line is, check if the holes look sloppy, and more importantly, try buttoning the item up. If it is physically difficult to do, it's a sign of good quality. Yes, your fingers will hurt, but at least you can be sure that you bought something good. Another thing that has to do with buttons is if the item comes with spare ones. If it does, it means that the manufacturer hopes that you will wear the clothes for a long time and probably will need some minor fixes. So they provide you with some spare buttons, so you don't have to look for them yourself. Such care and attention signal that you've come across a quality item. 4. Check if it has a yoke. Good shirts and blouses must have a shoulder yoke. It makes the top look neat on you. Cheap items of clothing don't have a yoke, so they don't just look bad but are also uncomfortable to wear. And the worst thing is that it is especially visible from the back. So you'll wear something and have no idea that it looks bad. 3. Look at the coloring of the folds. If the coloring on the handles, straps, or fastenings looks faded or leaves marks on the folds, that is a clear sign of a low-quality item. The same goes for situations when one part of the item looks lighter or darker than the rest. This kind of coloring will gradually fade after several washes. Look for something that doesn't have such flaws. 2. A center back seam. When you buy a jacket or a coat, pay extra attention to the center back seam. The thing is, your back probably doesn't look completely flat, so if you want it to look beautiful, there must be a quality back seam. You see, manufacturers know that people don't really look at the back of clothes when buying them, so they try to save money and not cut any seams. 1. Patterns match up. Well, this is something that very few people notice when buying clothes. Many fabrics have patterns, right? Even a very quick look at them can tell you a lot about how much effort has been put into producing the item. For example, if the pattern on the pocket doesn't seem to match the pattern on the rest of the item, it means that the production was sloppy and they tried to save money on the materials. And the worst thing is that after you notice that the patterns don't match, you won't be able to unsee it. It will stand out all the time. So don't risk buying such clothes. You don't want to be annoyed by this imperfection all the time. Do you know any other useful tips on how to recognize quality items? If you do, share them in the comments section below. And now, it's time for a bonus! How to select the perfect clothes for your body shape. An apple-shaped body. Wear clothes that draw attention away from your midsection and waist. V-neck empire waist dresses and tops, wrap dresses, and A-line dresses will do wonders for you. Choose tops that cover the entire belly area and extend just below your hips. Avoid double-breasted jackets, bulky tops, and clingy silhouettes. Go for layered tops, ruched tops, and tunics. Avoid skinny jeans and straight-leg pants if you are top-heavy. Flared or bootcut pants with back pockets are the right choice for you. Instead of wearing a belt around the waist, wear it just below your bust. This will create curves and minimize your waist. A pear-shaped body. Highlight your shoulders to balance the shape of your figure. For this, you can use scarves, pashminas, and colorful necklaces. Choose patterns and embellish tops and dresses. Make your shoulders look broader with a bateau neckline, cap, and puff sleeves. Avoid tight pants, capri pants, short skirts, and pencil skirts. Choose tailored, flared pants and A-line skirts instead. Wear dark, solid colors for your bottom half and lighter, brightly colored tops. A rectangular body shape. If you don't have natural curves, you can use clothes and accessories to create them. Wear a belt at the narrowest part of your waist to accentuate it. Choose empire waist and wrap dresses. Wear tops that end at the midsection of the hips. Enhance your shoulders and bust line with ruffled or pleated tops. And choose accessories that add volume to your upper part. Choose underwear that provides good breast support and makes your waist more defined. Peplum jackets, tops, dresses, and skirts will create the illusion of an hourglass shape. An hourglass shape. Highlight your curves. For this, it's essential to choose clothes that draw attention to your waist. Avoid baggy clothing. Remember that drawing focus to your narrow waist is the best way to highlight your hips and bust. Wear undergarments that fit correctly. If your bust is large, be sure to use the right kind of bra. Avoid using padded cups or unstructured bras that make your cleavage look droopy. Like this video and send it to your friends. And, of course, don't forget to join us on the bright side of life.